Today marks day number 4 of the $1,000 account challenge, and we are back, baby. We are up $59 in the account, bringing the total balance to $1,016. We traded one stock today. That was INTC. I was in and out of this stock about 4 different times, so I've got 4 different trades to review with you. But the important thing here is that we made up all of the loss from yesterday and put profit on top of what we already had to increase our portfolio value. And we really didn't do anything out of the ordinary outside of what we would do normally. So let's break down the trade here. INTC was a gap up yesterday afternoon, and that continued into this morning. And so one thing that I told the team in the pre-market while we were doing our watch list review, I said, team, we may break the rules on INTC. We may trade within the first 5 minutes if this stock gives us any sort of momentum move. The reason why we do that is because there is a news catalyst backing INTC's gap up this morning. It's been a stock that's been really beaten up on the daily, and just knowing INTC's history, when this stock starts running, it really gets going. So INTC opens up, got a slight dip, break of the downtrend trend line, and immediately when I saw this green candle pop here, I'm on the 1 minute time frame, I said, team, get ready. Watch INTC because we might break the rules on this one. Soon as we get the break of your pre-market high, which is going to be right here, we go long on a market buy into the break of the high of day and capitalize on this run from this candle up above 24 into the high of day. And the reason why I took profits there was because it was about 30% profit for us, and this one trade made up for all my losses yesterday. So what I wanted to do on this trade was lock in the profit that I had to make up for yesterday's loss, but then I also knew that I might have another opportunity to go back in on this name. And sure enough, as soon as we get the 2 candle dip down, I say, let's go back in on INTC long here, risking off to your pre-market high there, and your potential reward is going to be up to the high of day. So your reward looks like this, risk looks like that, very minimal, and that trade worked for us. So we wind up adding profit onto the day here on this trade, and then I say, you know what, let's go back in on this a third time. We get a dip down, this time risking off of this previous low, so our risk off looks like that, potential reward up to the high of day looks like that, and to be honest with you, I muffed this trade. I accidentally sold. I was trying to set OCO brackets on this and accidentally sold the position here on the lower high. But it wasn't the worst thing in the world because this next candle drops down, and that might have been enough to just get me out of this trade. The profit that I took on this trade here was only about $6, I believe. It wasn't anything super significant. After that minor blunder, I said, team, we've got to be a little patient here. Let's look for a break of the downtrend trend line to confirm that INTC is willing to push back up. So it's pulling back. We're getting the lower high, lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low. And then we notice it stops making lower lows and then starts to consolidate. Something to add to your notes here, a phase of consolidation oftentimes will signal a trend change. But we needed to see 2 things out of this. We needed to see the higher high out of the stock, which we get right here, and we needed to see the higher low out of the stock, which we get right here. And then we buy on the next break of 24 for the run up. Just wasn't up enough here to be able to take profits on this, and I said, I'm not risking any of the profits that I have on the day. I'm setting my stop loss at break even because this should work from here if it's going to go. And when it doesn't do that, it pulls back. I do wind up cutting this trade. It's a $1 loss, a total washout here, but I was not at this time willing to risk any of my profits on the day for another trade. While I maybe could have held through and caught the move up to the top side over here, to me, it just wasn't worth it. So I wound up taking a $1 loss on that last trade. That gives me a $59 gain on the day. Again, just enough to make up yesterday's losses and put us back profitable on the account challenge, with our account challenge now being at new all-time highs. Total balance, $1,016.32. Traders, there's always lessons to be learned from your losing trades. I feel like yesterday's lessons weren't so much about mistakes that were made or entries or exits that could have been better or risk that could have been better managed, but rather how we get over that loss, come into today and trade sharper, trade better, not let that previous losing trade affect our decision making for this trade or today or for any of our future trades. Because we know that over time, this strategy is proven to be consistently profitable. So what we have to do is just trust our analysis and trade with discipline, understanding that this strategy will work for us in the long run. That's going to wrap it up for day number 4 of the $1,000 account challenge. If you'd like to join the challenge, by the way, you can start at any time with any dollar amount. The link to join this challenge is going to be in the description of the video. You have to be a member of my Discord server, and to join the Discord server, you've got to sign up through WAP. I would personally love for the opportunity to be your mentor and take you from the trader that you are now to the trader that you want to be. If you have any questions for me, feel free to drop it in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow when we continue the $1,000 account challenge. Cheers.